Hello, it's Stuart here, classical record collector. And as I've mentioned on my channel, I'm getting back into buying and selling records. I used to be into it in a big way in the 90s. I think it's fair to say I was probably certainly one of the top 10 dealers in the UK in the 1990s. And so I'm getting back into it after a long break. I've been to I've been to the charity shop today. Charity shops. I haven't done that well, really, but I did buy some and I thought I would just show you what I bought. There's not really much to show, but I did find something interesting. It's a shop that I didn't really expect to find anything in because I'd been through it just a week before. But I did see something which I'll show it to you. I mean, in this shop they do them for £2 each, or if you buy five, you get them for a pound each. So obviously, I'm keen to buy five if I can to get them for a pound each. So what I found, which I've never seen before, is this. It's Kalman, Imre Kalman, Grafin Maritza. I think Grafin means, what would that be? Duchess or Princess Maritza. Yeah. So Imre Kalman, I actually rate Imre Kalman above Lehar for operetta. When I was living in Russia in the year 2000 and 2001, somebody introduced me to Kalman. The theatre of musical comedy is quite big in Russia. Kalman is a very, very popular composer of operettas, and I saw two Kalman operettas. One is Queen of the Chardash, and the other one is Queen of the Chardash. Also, it's known as Silva in Russia. I think it's called the Gypsy Princess in another language, German. I think it's known as the Gypsy Princess. So I saw that, and then there was another one called, the Russians call it Mr. X or Mr. X. I'm not too sure what the title of that is in Hungarian or in German, but they're both superb operettas. I was really impressed, and Russians have got recordings and films of these operettas using the absolute best of what they had in the Soviet days. The singers are absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, when I saw this Grafin Maritza, I'm not sure, so I don't know that work, but I'm looking forward to listening to it. Now the problem is, I did buy it. It's only got two records in it, and it's just so unusual. That is so unusual. I just never see Kalman in the UK. Seems to be, if you go to the Royal Opera House to see an operetta, you see Lehar, the Merry Widow, you see Johann Strauss, Die Fledermaus, and a few others. You don't really see much else. I've never seen Kalman operettas in the UK. I don't know why, because he's absolutely amazing. His melodies, the singing and everything, the whole spirit of it. I mean, typically the kind of plot would be something like, what would it be? A young man who is heir to a fortune from noble family falls in love with a chorus line girl or a dancing girl, or as in the Gypsy Princess, Silva, he falls in love with a girl who sings in the music hall. And the plot is that his mother wants him to marry high up, wants to marry a princess, not a dancing girl. And then the irony of the whole thing, it turns out that his mother was herself once a dancing girl. I mean, that's a typical kind of plot. It's very funny. It's very good. And there are also some very profound moments, particularly in Mr. X, when the main character is singing. It reminded me of the aria from Leoncavallo's Pagliacci. But in Mr. X, the main character, this circus performer who an aristocratic lady has fallen in love with, and he loves her, but he can't seem to marry her, be with her because of the difference in social station. He sings about the pain that he feels because he's only taken seriously as a performer but as nothing else. And I do recommend, but they're so hard to get hold of, these works, and they seem to be completely unknown in the UK. But anyway, yeah, so this, I noticed straight away that this set, it's a bit moldy on the back. I didn't like that, but, but you open it up, and let me just show you what's inside. So the libretto is very nice looking. It's not really. It's, oh my God. Oh Christ, she looks. Oh God, I just saw that picture of Annelies Rothenberger. She looks absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, what a photograph! It's worth. It's worth having it for that photograph alone. Oh, she looks great there. Yeah. So there's no libretto. It looks to me like it's just a synopsis, and it's very nicely done. You know, it's a very nicely produced booklet. And yeah, so the photographs are a real bonus. Um, yeah, there's Nikolai Gedda. Okay, so it's got a fantastic cast. Nikolai Gedda and Annelies Rothenberger. What more could you want? You know, it's absolutely couldn't be better. So anyway, yeah, then the records. Let's have a look at the records. Now, I love the Electrola German labels. Made in Germany, this one, isn't it? Yeah, made in Germany. I absolutely love these labels because they're gold. Yeah, they look like the Angel sets, SAN sets that EMI put out, HMV put out for the opera sets. And you get a gold label with a dog stamp in the middle, or rather dog stamp at 12 o'clock. And I really like that. So it's a good meaty record, nice thick pressing. And I mean, you know, it's got some, it looks like it possibly has been stored in slightly damp conditions. There's a lot of kind of mold on it, but I don't see any scratches. I don't see any scratches at all. There are no spindle marks. So it looks to me like it hasn't really been played that much. And I think that if I give this a good clean up, then I think it's going to be fine. So it's just two records. And yeah, this one is the same. It's got some white marks on it, but there are no scratches. There's a light surface mark there, but that'll be fine. I can't wait to get this cleaned up and play it. That's going to be good. So yeah, really delighted to find that. Anyway, now the method that I advised when I made a video using this Groom upholstery cleaner, I've taken on board some of your points. Somebody pointed out that the solvent could be toxic to breathe in. Yeah, I'm on board with what you're saying. And, you know, for that reason, I very rarely clean records, only if it's absolutely necessary. Groom is the ultimate, I think, just because it's so powerful. So if you've got what looks like an recoverable record, as long as it's not groove damage, I don't think there's anything better than Groom. It's just so strong. So some of you have suggested washing up liquid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this, make a bit of a recording and do a video on cleaning this before and after. And I'm going to use a washing up liquid method with rinse off. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just use the Groom. But it will be interesting to see whether it actually, you know, cleans that up well, which it probably will. Okay, so what else did I buy? So I had to buy 5 for a £5. That's got 2 in it. So yeah, I mean, you're not going to believe what I bought. Okay, well, I bought this. It's got to be one of the most boring records of all time. Tchaikovsky Manfred. I don't like Manfred at all as a symphonic work. I don't know. I don't know. I've just never got into it, but it's Previn conducting and I had to buy something. So, you know, I can't complain to get that for £1. Can't complain at all. It's a dog-in stamp pressing. And then I bought 2 pop records because I just couldn't find anything else. I had to buy something. Now I've got a soft spot for the Seekers, the 1960s group with, I think it's Judith Durham. She's got a lovely voice. And I don't know if it's got any of the big hits on it. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. But I thought, you know, for £1, the condition's not too bad. It's a Contour label. It looks like a compilation. So yeah, can't complain about that. I do listen to some pop music now and again. I do like the Seekers. I also like the new Seekers, so I bought that as well. That's weird. There's a picture on the back here of the performers. It looks like Eve, what's her name, the Scottish woman, Eve Graham is there, but Lynn Paul is not. This must be the earlier new Seekers before Lynn Paul joined the group. Of course, they had that fabulous hit with Beg, Steal or Borrow, and Lynn Paul sings in that. I think she's fabulous, but she's not on this. That doesn't matter. It's got some, I don't really recognize any of the songs on there, but it's a gatefold, by the way. It's got a really nice picture in the middle, you know, in the gatefold, just to show it to you. I don't know. Look at the clothes that women used to wear back then. Feast your eyes on that. Yeah. Okay. I think girls were prettier back then in the 60s, 70s. I don't know. Um, I won't say any more about that, otherwise I'll offend somebody. Um, right, so okay, so that's all I got. I'm really pleased with the Kalman. I'm going to make another video. I was going to do it in this video, but I'm not now because it's gone on too long. But as you know, I'm getting back into dealing. I've bought an e-commerce website, a shopping cart, and I've got a name for my business, which is LP Classical, which actually is what my YouTube channel is really called, LP Classical. That's going to be the name of my record dealing business. I've previously, when I was a dealer in the 90s, called myself Classical 33. Had classical33.co.uk registered to me. I let it go eventually. I got fed up paying the £10 a year or whatever it was to keep it going. I didn't think I'd ever need it back, so I let it go. I thought, well, nobody will take Classical 33 anyway. Wrong. Somebody has actually registered classical33.co.uk, and they are trading and they are selling records. So somebody must have thought of that idea just like I did. It doesn't matter. lpclassical.co.uk is fairly memorable. So I'll be using that as trading. And I think you guys might find it interesting. I'm going to be sharing a lot of my dealing experiences, buying and selling, etc., trading online. And you might find that interesting. So I'm going to make another video today about some bids I've got going on eBay, because eBay will be quite a big source for me. And not everybody buys on eBay. They don't. There are a lot of Japanese buyers out there, South Koreans who won't do business on eBay. They consider it to be low market. They consider it to be, like a car boot sale for records, and they want to deal with an actual dealer, somebody who trades off eBay and who offers the highest standards, which is something that I'll be doing, because I'm going to be offering a very high standard when I've got my website going in terms of condition and everything. My prices will be probably a little on the high side for a lot of you guys, but I'm aiming at the sort of top market really. Yeah, okay, well that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this video, and watch out for my next video about my eBay bids that I've got going on various items. Bye for now.